Hey guys, so this week I was trying to figure out what in the world I was going to talk about today, and I realized that I have two kinds of audiences on this channel. One has to do with people that are interested in healing, people that are interested in overcoming complex PTSD and all that comes with having been through a relationship with a narcissist or being raised by a narcissist. And the other are people that are starting their healing journey and they're still putting the pieces together. And it's almost like each video is a piece of the puzzle that helps them to normalize and understand what they went through. So today what I thought would be good to do is to answer some of the questions that people have left on my YouTube channel in the comment section. So I have 4 questions. 3 of them have to do with the narcissist and 1 has to do with healing. They have to do with loyalty to the narcissist. They have to do with the narcissist ignoring. The 3rd one has to do with leaving as an adult child of narcissistic parents, and the 4th one has to do with healing. So with that in mind, let's get started. And I'm also going to leave the link to the videos that people left the comments on below in case you wanted to see that video as well. So the first question has to do with loyalty to the narcissist, and the comment comes from BARM78 Strong, so shout out to you. And he says, please do one video on why narcissistic people need loyalty more than anything else in their life, and that they need to believe that a person would die for them. Why is it so important to them, and why do they get so angry when they lose loyalty? So I'm going to assume that you're not really talking about loyalty between 2 partners, but you're talking about having somebody that just looks at them a certain way. You know, that looks up to them, that's so loyal, they so believe in them, like you said, that they would actually be willing to die for them. Obviously, everybody wants loyalty in their relationship. So we're talking about the kind of loyalty where this person will believe whatever that person says, even if evidence is contrary to it. They will defend them even when it doesn't make sense. That's what I'm getting from that comment. If I'm wrong, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. But that kind of loyalty. So why do they need it, and why do they get so angry when they lose it? It all boils down to their false image. So narcissists don't see themselves as who they really are. They see themselves as who they want to be seen as. That's why it's a false image. They live their whole life through their false image. So the way that looks is, let's say there's a parent who's very high on the scale of narcissism, and they're a malignant narcissist, and they think that people don't view them as a good parent, rather than looking at themselves and saying, wow, maybe there are things that I need to change. That would be normal, right? That's living through self-reflection. They don't do that. They live through their false image, so they will polish their image as opposed to changing on the inside. So they will act in ways that will make whoever's doubting their parenting, they'll act in a way where they believe that this is the most amazing parent. That's why narcissists are the best parents in the eyes of everyone but their own children half the time, right? Because they're polishing that false image. So the reason I brought that up is because to them, their false image is everything. In fact, to not see them through their false image, to see them as they really are, to the narcissist is equivalent as death. That means that that false image isn't real, that they are not real, they are therefore dead in your eyes, which makes them feel that way inside as well. So I know it's kind of hard to understand, but it all has to do with that false image, and that they need people to believe that they are right, that they are a certain way. They need you to view them through the lens of their false image. And the only way to do that is to have that kind of loyalty. And when they're able to do that with a person, then they create this sense of loyalty in people. And it gives them narcissistic supply when that person is so loyal despite all the evidence. It just strengthens in their own mind their own false image. It's just like a crazy, sick dynamic that's going on between people like that. And they get angry because, like I said, if you don't see them through their false image, you're ultimately killing their existence. But on top of that, it means that there's something defective or wrong with them. The other reason they get so angry is because they really don't have self-esteem, not healthy self-esteem. Now, this is where it gets a little confusing, because healthy narcissism, a person that is healthy in narcissism, yes, I said that in the same sentence, they would have healthy self-esteem. It's when a person is a malignant narcissist, that's where I'm trying to differentiate, because that's where it gets a little crazy. But a person that is a malignant narcissist has no self-esteem. So the thought that somebody doesn't view them through the lens of their false self, which is how they view themselves, somebody with a healthy self-esteem would say, oh well, they're allowed to view me how they want, and I'm still allowed to know that my false image is real. Somebody with a healthy self-esteem would do that. But because they don't have a healthy self-esteem, it's like a little child, like a toddler. When a toddler doesn't get their way and they're forced to see the reality or the perception of their parents that's in contrast to how they want to be, and they throw a temper tantrum, well, that's what the narcissist does. When somebody doesn't see things their way, when somebody has a different view of them, when somebody doesn't view them the way they want to be viewed, they get angry, like the same kind of anger that a toddler gets when they're having a temper tantrum. So that is why they need that. They need that loyalty. They need people to look at them a certain way and to believe them beyond reasonable doubt. And they get angry when they lose it. I know that was a quick answer. If you want more, anyone wants more, please let me know in the description box below. And by the way, that question was placed under the video Emotional Flashbacks If Stuck in Fight or Flight, Part 2. So I'm going to leave the link in the description box below.